welcome to OSA Sprints. Woot woot. Well, welcome to everyone to Sprints. I mean, you don't have to be participating in Old School April to join Sprints. This is just a time that for anyone who is participating in Old School April and happens to be on a competitive team, they get points for joining Sprints. So welcome to my friends who are here this afternoon. We're going to be here for about 3 hours. And welcome to anyone who is new to my channel. I'm Kat. And for anyone watching on replay, welcome as well. Let me know what you got up to. So my plan for today is to finish my pages in Breach of Duty by J.A. Jance. This is a Beaumont book. This is Counting for Old School April, but it's also a group read that I'm doing with my friends of the Beaumont Brady Bunch. We're reading 4 different series in J.A. Jance's world. And so we started this one today, and I need to make it to chapter 6, which I've been listening to it on audiobook while I was doing all my chores. I was trying to get all my chores done before I hopped on here. So I need to get to page 89, and I am on page 81. So I will finish this right away, my pages that I need to do. And then I'll probably pop in here and read some of my A Bear Called Paddington. I'm reading this one strictly with my eyeballs, and I've been watching more movies than spending time reading. So I'm hoping to get some pages read in this first sprint that I'm going to do, because I've been reading this in the evening time. So I don't have quite as many books as I do movies to watch, and I am, doing other things for Old School April. But the reading portion is kind of light, although today, that's Bailey coming in. Come on, Bailey. I was kind of thinking possibly of putting The Fireman by Joe Hill on my list because it's over 600 pages. Because I was looking at the trophies, and I'm going to get all of the trophies but Large Marge this year. Last year I got all 4 of them because I read Imaginary Friend last year. But I'm like, maybe I should try for Large Marge again this year. I don't know. That's kind of crazy considering what I do have to read, because I do have a pile of books that I want to read as well. So I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But if I do read some, I thought the Tommyknockers, I could possibly read that one because I have not read that Stephen King book, but it's only like 558 pages, the book that I have. So I definitely can't do that. So anyway, my plan is to do some reading, and then I do have some things on my to-do list that I want to do. And that's going to be what I plan to do during my Old School April sprints today. I'm trying to get some stuff organized just for myself and content on my channel. So we'll see. We'll see what I get done. And I believe Nicole has an event today as well. She either has a watch party or something on Discord. I'm not 100% sure. I just know I saw something on the calendar, and that's why I'm only streaming until 4 o'clock-ish, depending on how we do. So let me see who is in the house. Amber's here. Hi, all. Grab some lunch and plan on reading volume 1 of the Nana manga and hoping to pick out my next movie soon. Excellent. I've watched 4 movies so far. So I've gotten through A, B, C, and D. My next letter is E, and it's Empire Records, and I will be watching that tonight. My husband is out of town this week, so I will have plenty of time to get things done for myself, my channel, and Old School April. And hopefully, be like ahead of the game. But so we'll see. Now, of course, his schedule can change at any moment. It's the type of job he has. But as of right now, he's supposed to be out of town all week. So that means I can work day and night. So with all the things I want to do. And the Cozy Fam Bam is here. Hello. Happy Monday. And Lola Rue is here. How are you? How you doing? I just started a romance book, Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. Nice. And hello, Kate. How are you? What's going on with you? And Jasmine, afternoon, trying to finish Frida McFadden's The Boyfriend. Always love a good thriller. I do too. And I have quite a few that I've gotten through Book of the Month. So I'm hoping to get to some of those during the summer. All kinds of good things to read. And Jules is here. Hello, Jules. Hey, everyone. I'm working, but trying to do some reading between calls, starting a Garbage Pail Kids book. That sounds fun. And Christine's here. Hello. Finally making it to one of your OSA sprints. I'm so glad you're here, Christine. I hope you're doing fine. And baby is doing fine. And Kate says, I'm currently listening to Under the Dome by Stephen King. Yay. I hope you're enjoying it. That is one of my favorites. It's a chunker and it's got lots of characters in it. This is Bailey Boo's in here. I don't know if you can see her. Let me see if I can take this off and then. Oh, well, she just went over there. Bailey, are you trying to be shy? Come show everybody. Say hello. Hello. You got eye boogers. That's not nice. You a good girl. They've been outside. So anyway, that's Bailey Boo Bear. She likes to come in and hang out. And with me. Susie says, hi, everybody. It's almost time for bed, but want to watch a movie. Ooh, what you going to watch? I know, Bailey Boo Bear. Do y'all know? I posted in my Discord a video of Bailey because Saturday, the 4th, Bailey has been with us for 1 year. Last Old School April, Bailey came to live with us. So that's her gotcha day, I guess. Officially is Saturday. So 1 year with Bailey. Jasmine said, I rated my childhood bedroom for DVDs, hoping to watch some of them this week. That sounds like fun. Hello, Helco. How are you, my kindred spirit? What are you up to? And hello, Nicole. I watched Mr. and Mrs. Smith earlier. Now I'm going to focus on reading. Yay. I have Mr. and Mrs. Smith on DVD. I really do. I have not watched that one in a long, long time. I kind of forget about my own DVDs because of streaming. And I really need to dig out some of those to see if any of them work for my list. And hello, the reading stream. Hi, everyone. I am listening to the Paddington audiobook narrated by Stephen Fry. That's amazing. How are you liking it? Well, first of all, have you ever read Paddington before? You're probably like, I've read this before. I'm having a good time with it. I have gotten to, this is a reread for me, but I've gotten to chapter 4, page 66. He always gets himself in a pickle, but then he comes out smelling like a rose. But his family, it meets his family, the Brown family in this book. You know, they find him in Paddington Station. That's how he gets his name. But I love it. I love being in this world again with him. Halko said, I literally just finished Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre, and I enjoyed it. Not sure what to read next. Now, isn't this the one that is by Philip Fracassi? If so, that's one that I would like to read. And Amber said, I watched Empire Records last OSA and really enjoyed it. Lots of relatable retail jokes. I have never seen Empire Records. I don't know what was going on in my life at that time, but I have never seen it. So that's why I'm excited to try it out, this OSA. And Heidi's here. Hello, bonus chit chat. What was your favorite movie so far from the alphabet? So I've watched, I got to sit here and think about what I watched. That's sad. That is so sad that I cannot remember. What was my A? It's sort of like it's out of sight, out of mind. Where's my list? Oh, I think my list is in the other room. Okay, so I watched Cactus Flower with Goldie Hawn and Walter Matthau from 1969. That one was a lot of fun. I have never seen it before, so really enjoyed that one. It's very funny. And then last night we watched Dark Man. At some point yesterday, I watched Dark Man. Never had seen this one either. Director is Sam Raimi. So if you're a Sam Raimi fan, someone makes a appearance in it, like a I don't know if I could say it's a cameo because there was no point of reference to it, but someone makes an appearance in this movie that I was so shocked when I saw it. Liam Neeson's in it and Frances McDermott. So if you like them, then I think you would enjoy that. Both of those were 4-star reads for me. I'm telling you, it's sad when I cannot even remember what I have watched. I apologize for, having a brain bubble. But I would have to say those two have been my favorites. Let me look at my list here. Okay. Oh, Big Trouble in Little China. We watched that. My husband and I watched that one. That one was fun. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of cheesy, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it. And then I did watch All Dogs Go to Heaven. That's what it was. The reason I'm stuck on that is I wanted to say Arsenic and Old Lace because I almost put that on my list to watch because I want to go see the play this month or the beginning of May. They have a play locally in Arsenic and Old Lace. And so that was what I was thinking of. All Dogs Go to Heaven, I gave a 5-star. It was wonderful, but it has sad moments in it. So really and truly, Heidi, I think all of them so far have been fan favorites. I mean, if I had to say, probably All Dog Go to Heaven is my first because it was 5 stars, and then maybe Dark Man, and then Cactus Flower, and then Big Trouble in Little China. Going from top to bottom. Anyway, all that to get to that point. Annie said, "Hi, Kat. It's so nice to see you. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you too, Annie. I hope you've been well." Nikki says, "I'm reading Rainbow Valley by Ellen Montgomery. It's so good." I love Ellen Montgomery. I have not read that one, but I have read quite a few of her books, her standalones, as well as Anne of Green Gables. And I love Anne Shirley. She's like one of my favorite literary characters. I just finished The Blue Castle and really, really enjoyed that. That was a 5-star read for me. And hello, Jen. I won't be reading anything at the moment, but I am deep into doing schoolwork, so I will continue with that. Gold star for working hard on your schoolwork. And Jules says, "Oh, Pupper, she's adorable. Thank you. Thank you so much. She's a sweetheart." Kate says, "I'm enjoying it so far, currently listening while I work." Excellent. And Bailey, happy Gotcha Day. I know. Can you believe it's been a year? Oh, the year flew. Yeah, we got her a new bed because for whatever reason, now she wants to be in our bedroom sleeping. And I'm like, her bed that was given to us is like a big round bed, and it's kind of awkward. So it doesn't fit really well in our room. And so we decided to get her a rectangular bed similar to Luna's bed. So we got that all set up yesterday. And then I'm going to, because her little round bed, she doesn't really use it to sleep on. She uses it to bring all of her, stolen toys because she likes to steal things. She'll steal your socks, your Crocs specifically, not your shoes. Like I can have my tennis shoes hanging out and she will not take them anywhere. Socks and Crocs. And she brings all the stolen toys, or if she steals from Luna, and she goes and puts them on her bed. So I'm like, I don't know if we still need this big round bed because it's right smack dab in our living room. So we'll see. And Heidi says, "I too love Under the Dome. The ending is similar to a Twilight Zone episode." I agree. And Autumn Bailey. And Susie said, "It's a Dutch movie." I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. And haven't read Paddington, but I crocheted him for my little cousin. That's so sweet, Halco. And Jamie said, "Hi, Kat." Hi, Jamie. Welcome. And yes, Philip Fracassi. Yes, that's one that I loved. Boys in the Valley. That was a 5-star read for me. And I want to read more by Philip Fracassi. And that book, the title just has grabbed me. And this is my first time reading Paddington, but I have seen the movie, so I can picture it while I listen along. Yeah, the movies are really adorable, I have to say. I think they were well done, how they did it. The Paddington's so cute, and I'm hoping that we will get the Paddington musical in the United States because I would definitely go see that. And Jamie said, I stalled on my movie watching after my MacGyver binge. Need to queue up some more movies for today. That sounds like a good plan. I also started the Midnight Club. So that's going to count as one of my series because I have never read anything by Christopher Pike. I mean, I guess I would have been his audience when he first started writing, but for whatever reason, I was not reading that. I was reading, I guess, more Lois Duncan. And so anyway, I missed it. I missed Christopher Pike growing up. And so for the prompt the other day on 6 Sad April, the prompt was Christopher Pike. And so I decided to watch an episode of The Midnight Club and I enjoyed it. So I watched probably, trying to think, I think I'm on episode 5 or 6. So I watched a bunch of episodes yesterday back to back, and I'm enjoying it. It's reminds me of a play that I went to go see in October called The Graveyard Girls, and at the Columbia Theater, where you have a story that's being told, but then you have a story within a story. So it's an anthology. And I do like those stories within a story. And wow, you should start over with A once you get to Z. Seems like it was lucky to pick such good movies. Yeah, I don't think I'll have enough time to do that. I am also doing my alphabet adventures just for the whole entire year of doing A through Z movies. So I'm keeping track of all of that on my letterbox account. So I have that. I have my year list going, and then I have my OSA list. Every time I watch a movie, I add to my OSA list. But yeah, I've been enjoying the movies that I picked out. I mean, I sat there and really scrutinized as to what I wanted to watch, where I was going to watch it, as far as what streaming service and all of that. Some of the movie, I mean, I had a tough time trying to pick them out. But the reason I chose Cactus Flower for letter C is because I used it for the prompt of the year I was born. Mary said, hi, folks. I'm reading the Bookbinder's Secret. I hope you're enjoying it. And Jamie said, I may start today's movie with Cutting Class, 1989, which is a very young Brad Pitt. Really? That sounds like that could be fun. And then when I think about Brad Pitt, he was in a movie. He was in Thelma and Louise, I'm pretty sure. And he was very young in that. And then I don't know if anybody's ever seen him. I think the movie's called Legends of the Fall. I'm pretty sure that's what the name of it was. And he was pretty young in that one too. Hello, Jen. How are you? How are you? What are you up to on this Monday? Chris, hello. Good to see you. Also on a Monday. Yeah, I figured this would be I'm thinking about trying to do some little mini kind of sprints if I can throughout instead of doing really long ones. You get credit for the sprints regardless. I think the minimum is like 30 minutes to watch a sprint or whatever. But whenever I can put them in, I'm going to try. But I also have to keep I have to look at the calendar and make sure that I'm not colliding schedule-wise with other people who have scheduled things for Old School April, because we got watch parties and cartoons and all kinds of things going on. Jamie said, I added Voyage of the Rock Aliens, 1984, apparently a musical. I have never, ever heard of that movie. What was I doing? 1984? Depending on when that is in 1984, I would have been going into 9th grade, I think. Shannon, hey, made friends with the like button. Thank you so much, my friend. I just hopped off of Shannon's sprints. She helped me get through all my chores today and some other things that I had to do. I had just ordered my niece's gift for her sprinkle. That's what they call it when you have your next baby. Your first baby, you have a shower. But when you have your second baby, it's a sprinkle. She had a little girl for her first pregnancy. Now she's about to have a little boy. So she's trying to get boy things together for that. So I did order her gift. Hopefully it'll be here Saturday. The sprinkles are not until the 18th, but I wanted to get that taken care of and off my list for sure. And he looks amazing in Legends of the Fall. He does. He really does. Jamie said, my third movie today will be Heathers, 1988. I have never seen Heathers. I know. So 1988, what was I doing in 1988? So I graduated from high school in 1987. So I would have been in my first year of college. Yeah. And I started dating my husband and all that stuff. So I was too busy doing things, I guess. I totally missed that one. I don't think I ever watched it before, so I probably should sometime. Yeah, that would have been a good one to watch too. I think isn't Winona Ryder in Heathers? And good to see you also, Nikki. And Jen said, I managed to do some decluttering in my office earlier. Yay. I am planning to work on my OSA journal spread later. That sounds like fun. And working on my reader magnet for my series coming out this year called Vesper and the Moon Shield. Now, when you say a reader magnet, do you mean that an actual magnet that you put on something magnetic? Like, is it like a gift? I heard you talking about this, and I was not quite sure if you meant like a literal magnet that you stick on something magnetic. Yeah, I had never heard of sprinkle before, but I deduced the meaning. I love Heathers. Well, maybe I could put Heathers on my list, although I have so many H movies that I've already watched since the beginning of the year. It's crazy how many they have. Um, Hello, Travis. Sorry, got a call about our new database right when this went live. Well, I'm so glad to see you, Silly Butt Cheek. I love how you have Silly Fashion Butt Cheek now as your name. Every time I see you, Travis, you changing your name to something else. You're just like confusing everybody. And no reader magnet is like a lead magnet for a business. It will be a free story to get new readers into the world. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. And then they'll stick with the story. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. And Travis had been busy at work, but I've been working on my book in between things. I converted my doc to EPUB and uploaded it to my Kindle and teared up seeing it as an ebook. I'm making notes on edits now. That's awesome. Congratulations, my friend. I'm so happy for you. So that is our last, well, no, it's not. Sometimes reader magnets are called cookies, a term given by a leader in our industry who wrote about reader magnets. That's cool too. Hopefully they don't get it confused between the cookies that end up on your computer that you have to clear out, right? Carmen, woot woot. Did you read your pages in Beaumont yet? Did you read yet? Have you started? I'm almost finished. Only have a few pages left and I'm finished for today. And I went to go look to see. Stormy hasn't even put channels in the Discord yet. So I guess she's been partying hard for old school April. And you know what I mean about the cookies, right? So now we're at the end of our comments, so we can go on a sprint. And I have decided let's do 45 minutes. That'll be a good chunk of time for us. So let me get that up for everybody. Because, like I said, we're not going to be here for a huge amount of time, but we can get a lot done in a 3-hour span. Carmen says, I'm on the last chapter of today's Beaumont read. Woot, woot. I love that. And Travis says, I'm going to be reading Them All by S.L. Gray. I bought like 30 audiobooks with Audible sales going on. Very nice. Gold star for taking advantage of your sales. Okay, y'all. Happy sprinting. Hello and welcome back. How did everybody do? I read to chapter 6, that's where I stopped, and then I updated my thoughts in Stormy's Discord and gave my input of what I'm thinking is going on so far. It is a mystery, police procedural kind of mystery. And then I jumped back into Paddington and I made it to page 82. I started on page 66 and made it to 82. So I didn't quite finish the chapter. I have about 4 pages and I'll make it to chapter 5. But Paddington, they went shopping and everywhere he goes, something happens. And he's in the midst of all of this craziness, but it's a lot of fun. So while we went on the sprint, Molly popped in telling everyone hello, and so did Eleanor. So happy that the two of them are here. Eleanor had just got home and is happy to be here. Alicia popped in. Hello, Kat, just joining. It's been a long day. I'm ready for a nap. Are your kids off this week for spring break? And then Benter's bookshelf is here. Hi guys, hopping in. How are you? And Shannon said, got 1 chapter written in my reader magnet, got 2 more to do. Very nice. So 1 of 3. Excellent. I woke up from a nap, joined, and munched some Pringles. Yum. Nikki got to page 22 in Rainbow Valley. Nice. Nice progress. Amber got a bit read and decided to watch some episodes of Match Game. I've never heard of Match Game, but you made some progress. Jamie said, I watched the first part of Cutting Class. Not amazing writing, but fun so far. Yeah, so as long as you got the fun part going, that's all that matters. The Cozy Fam Bam says, I read a bit of Garfield and then listened to a cozy mystery audiobook. Excellent for Garfield. I have a bunch of Garfield picture books that I love. And I hope your cozy mystery is fun. I just finished Paddington. Very cute and cozy. Yay! Gold star for you. Yeah, you should get a lot of points for that one because depending on how it fits, there are quite a few. And I was going to tell you that I couldn't remember about the old technology. I had a feeling that old technology was in here, but Mr. Brown reads a newspaper when they get to the Brown house, and a newspaper counts as old technology, so that can be added to the pile of points. Lots of points. Susie said, still watching my movie, 35 minutes to go. Will definitely regret this tomorrow morning when my alarm goes off. I know that feeling because that happened to me on Saturday night. We watched a movie. We watched Cactus Flower, and then I ended up watching the first episode of The Midnight Club, and I think it was like midnight by the time I went to bed. Oh, and even though it was Sunday, I can't sleep like super late. So I still wake up at relatively the same time. Chris said 80s game shows were so much fun. Super Password, Pyramid, and Sale of the Century are so much fun. Might watch them later as a treat if I read one of my BookTube books. I used to love to watch Price is Right as well as Family Feud. Those were 2 game shows that I used to love watching. I actually had those as board games, both of them, and I don't know what I did with either one of them. I guess in one of the moves we got rid of it. Both of them. Molly Dot said, I could do with a nap too. It's too late for one. It's too early for bed. It's 8 p.m. Yeah, so you're like in that mid-range. Kate said, listen to 45 more minutes of Under the Dome. Wonderful. And Chris said, do you think you could read only literary fiction for an entire month? I think so. I could. That wouldn't be a problem. I mean, I kind of read a variety of different things, but if it was like for a month, I could do it. Like, I don't know if I would want to do it for longer than a month. And Amber said, yes, it felt like the right move to watch one, and Prime had 70 episodes of Match Game available. Yeah. Game shows are fun. Alicia said, my kids had their spring break in March, the week of St. Patrick's Day. Oh, interesting. And oh my God, that went by so fast. I didn't realize we were back. Editing this book is so much more work than I thought. I'm so ready to get off work, though. I only slept 4 hours last night. You potty animal. And Jenny said, I'm building my Nyx 90 brick set and watching Porn Queen. Ooh. Is it Porn Queen or Prom Queen? Kate said, I love Double Dare. Double Dare, the game show. Is that a game show? I don't know. I don't remember seeing that. I'm trying to think what else. There was another game show. 25,000 Pyramid, I think, was one. Every once in a while I would watch that one. Travis said, I got big packs of Peeps for $1 each at Publix today. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to get to Kelsi because I have her Peeps that I have to give her. Jamie said, I love remote control on MTV. All these games. I never. Oh, Wheel of Fortune was another one. Yes. Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune, ginger ale, and Campbell's chicken soup. Noodle soup was my sick day routine. Okay, got you. Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune, a ginger ale. Yeah, I used to get ginger ale too if I ever had a stomach ache. And Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Yay. I forgot about Wheel of Fortune. I love Wheel of Fortune too. Yes, I don't know. Is it? I mean, like, what kind of book is that? And then I thought, well, maybe it's supposed to be Prom Queen. Maybe the Prom Queen has a particular secret. Jenny said, shaking my head, Prom Queen. Okay. I'm like, what kind of book is that? But I mean, some people do read smut, so I mean, I'm not going to judge. Alicia said, my kids' year is a little off from everyone else's. They are August to May for a school year, so they are almost done. They got Q3 report cards today. Yeah, that's how our schools are, August to May here in Louisiana. But we had, I guess because of Mardi Gras is always sometime in February or March, but our spring break always would follow Easter, the week after Easter. You get Good Friday off and then the week after Easter for vacation. Kate said, yes, Double Dare from the 90s. And Rope is here. Hello, I am here grading papers. I know. Doing adulting during an OSA sprint is borderline heresy, but I'm doing the thing so I can go back to playing Super Mario 64 and reading Ant-Man. Yeah, it's nice if you can get rid of the chores and the tasks. That's what I ended up doing early this morning, got all of that stuff done. And Travis said smut is usually better named than Porn Queen. Too on the nose. I gotcha. I have no idea because I don't read smut, so I would have no idea what even a name would be for that. But anyway, okay, so we've made it to the end of our comments, and we can go into our next sprint, which is going to be 45 minutes. It is 2:18. I'm going to go ahead and feed my dogs during this sprint, my little doggy doos, because it's about their time. Whoops. I hit the wrong screen. Okay, here we go. There we go. So happy sprinting, everyone. Hello and welcome back. How did everybody do during that sprint? I fed my dogs. Well, I took them out first, let them go potty, and then I fed them. I made myself some tea, and then I jumped back into Paddington. I also did eat a Pop-Tart. So did eat a brown sugar and cinnamon Pop-Tart. I finished my chapter in Paddington, so I'm now at chapter 5, and I think that's where I'm going to stop for right now, just because I do have some things on my to-do list that I need to take care of before I can do any more reading. So that's what I got up to. Let's see how everybody else did. We had some people join us. So, Jamie's here. Jamie says, well, Jamie's been here. Jamie says, looks like they have some episodes of remote control on YouTube, so that might be added to today's nostalgia queue. That would be fun. And Chris said 80 Smut was usually Jackie Collins and had names like Hollywood Wives. Oh, okay, gotcha. And hopefully I don't forget again, but I'm glad time is flying by. Yep. And Jen said, I need a brain break, going to run out and return some library books, and I'll be back. So she left at 2:18 my time, and it is 3:05. So hopefully she made it there and back and got her brain break. Jasmine said, I definitely just woke up from a nap, knocked completely out. You needed the rest, Jasmine. And hey to Linda. Arcade Punks. Linda and I are teammates. Woot, woot. How are you, Linda? And Kristen's here. Hey, Kat, I'm getting caught up on Buddy Reads for the Day and starting Bunny by Mona Awad. Very nice. And Susie finished her movie, so she's off to bed and said thanks for sprints. That was at 2:43, so I told her good night, and so hopefully she's in bed having sweet dreams. And Kaylin, sweet Kaylin's here. Hello, everyone. I feel a little unmotivated today. My printer isn't working right, so I'm not doing as much journaling as I'd like. Boo on your printer giving you problems. That is not fun. And then Molly decided that bed is allowed now, nearly 9 o'clock. So I hope you have a good night's sleep as well. And Travis said, did more book editing and watched a new TikTok. Should be doing actual work, but hey, it's Monday. Nikki said, I got to page 26 in Rainbow Valley with that sprint. Excellent, excellent. Amanda says, hey all, I'm reading them all by Richie Tankersley Cusack and My Mom the Frog by Debbie Dady. Very nice. Is My Mom the Frog part of the Bailey School Kids, Amanda? Amanda said, finish my book. Very nice. Let's give some professional applause. Very nice. Very, very nice. And so now we need to see what she is going to pick out next. Anticipation. Let us know what you're going to decide on next. Do you do a spinner wheel? Do you picking out of a hat? How are you deciding on your books? Are you just going to pick out what you're in the mood for? Rope said 60% says 60% of exams are finished. My eye exam appointment is booked. And Mario just completed his first Bowser appointment. Woohoo! And Nikki said, yum, love brown sugar and cinnamon Pop-Tarts. Me too. I got those. And I also got, I think, the strawberry frosted ones. I think those are the two that I ended up getting. I got those 2 boxes of Pop-Tarts. I bought some Hostess Ding Dongs. I have some Bunny Bait trail mix. And then I also bought Cheez-Its and then the Twin Snakes, which is is it Haribo or whatever, the gummy company. They make Twin Snakes. One side of the snake is sweet and the other one is sour. I love those. I usually buy a couple of bags. Like I'll eat my bag and then I'll go back when I go to Target and pick up another one. But I do like them. They're very good. And Kaylin said, I've been working, but done soon. So I'll probably do some reading and have Pop-Tarts too. Cherry ones. Yoo-hoo. And Benter's Bookshelf said, I finished my assignment. Gold star. The Cozy Fam Bam said, I yap with my bestie and am heating up leftovers for dinner. Yum. And are you sick, Kat? What? Am I sick? What are you talking about? And Carmen said, I've just been catching up on Discord and will post during the next sprint. Very, very nice. Yeah, I'd love to know what your thoughts are, Carmen, because I have a suspect list with 3 suspects on it. Of course, not much has happened to verify that, but I do have one far-fetched thought. Kaylin said, I feel like a nap too, but making dinner, so I'll probably start waking up. Very nice. And Linda said, I am good. How are you? I am doing pretty good. I got a lot accomplished this morning. I do still have a huge to-do list. A lot of stuff is like creating things. Let's see, 17, 18 things were about, actually 19, because one I didn't even put a number by it. But yeah. Although I guess I can go ahead and mark this off because I'm actually having my OSA sprints and I did read all of my pages for Breach of Duty. So that's a good thing. I think that's it. Yes. I love when I can scratch things off my list. Jasmine got 2 chapters left of The Boyfriend, then going to start the book club book. Yay, The Measure. Linda read it and liked it. Jenny read it and liked it. I think Mindy liked it too. She didn't give a star rating, but she did have some interesting thoughts on it. Fashion Freaks. I think I'm going to log my points all at the end this year. Ooh, sneaky leaky. And the reading stream said, I logged Paddington in my spreadsheet for 15 points. Great rack. I put away some laundry during that sprint. Wonderful. Yeah, I haven't tallied my sprints yet. I know I have to add the Lost in Translation and also the Old Technology. Those 2 things have to be added onto my points that I said were minimum. So I just, as I go through, but I'm having such a good time with it. It just cracks me up. I mean, everybody thinks he's like going to cause me problems. And then it ends up coming out really like he comes out smelling like a rose. So excellent job. Eleanor's almost done with journal page for nostalgic food and drinks. I bet you it's amazing. And hey, Tanya, hope everyone is well. We are doing good. Hope you're doing well. Work, what is that? It's that adulting thing we have to do. And Amanda, I'm reading them all too. Bowser Encounter. I guess it would be an appointment if I was playing Dr. Mario, but alas, it is Super Mario 64. Yay! And Amber said, I've been letting my heart decide. Yeah, I'm like that too. It's kind of hard. Whenever you finish a book, it's like, what should I do next? Like, I have no idea. Once I'm finished Paddington, I'll pick another middle grade, but I'm not 100% sure which one I'm going to pick next because I got my creep over book. I got this one. This is Elizabeth Sagewood's host rack. I thought it looked cool. I've never read a creep over book, and I thought, well, this might be a fun one to do. But I got it yesterday, actually. I got this one, and the Cozy Cottage Book Club made their selection for April, and it's a beautiful book. It's called The Complete Book of the Flower Fairies. So it's poetry, but I could count this, I'm sure. Also for old school April. It's really beautiful. The illustrations are beautiful. So yeah, I'm excited. I need to actually start reading this one. Although it looks like they categorize it. Yeah, it's flower fairies for spring, summer, autumn, winter, garden, trees, wayside, and a flower fairy alphabet, which is amazing. Because you know I'm doing alphabet adventures. I'm all about the alphabet. Oh gosh, it's so cute. Yes, definitely have to do that. So A is for the song of the apple blossom fairies. B is the song of the bugle fairy. Look how pretty. I love it, I love it, I love it. Now, I don't know if I would necessarily finish this book, honestly, before the end of April. I don't know. I'm going to have to see. So I may not be able to count it for old school April. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So if that's the case, I might have to read The Fireman. But this one will be, I have this one. I have My House of Shivers, Night of the Living Mummy, Who in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and The Sign of Twisted Candles. So I have 4 middle grade books to choose from. But I do love this cover. I don't know, when Elizabeth was talking about it, I was like, ooh, I might need that. And yes, Linda, who needs it? Hey, Carissa. And Linda said, I picked from my TBR and the what I'm in the mood for that day. Yeah. I was able to finish Needful Things during that sprint. Yay! You need some professional. Better than a gong. And Carissa gave it 3.25. Very nice. I love twin snakes. I know they're so good and they can be addictive. I try not to eat too many in a row, but I like them a lot. And Rope said, listen to your heart. Let fate decide, Amber. And yay for Pop-Tarts. I know. I just think you get a point every time you eat a snack. And Amanda said, my Mom the Frog is not a Bailey School Kids, but it's by the same author. That's why I asked. And the plot is very similar. Gotcha. And to Kaylin, oh, Kat, I thought your voice was a little hoarse at first, so I wondered the same. No. Your voice sounds a little scratchy. Didn't know. No, I was getting a sore throat. I was getting a sore throat on Saturday evening, and I took some ibuprofen. I just think it's just my tired voice, just because I've been going to bed late and getting up my normal time. Although last night I did go to bed at a decent time, what I think is decent, but it's still never enough sleep. And Linda said, I have to log my points in batches because I forget easily. Yeah, I keep a list. I'm tracking. I did go ahead and print the trackers that Kelsi provided. I really wanted this more so for the activities, just so I could bubble in for, like doing watch parties or whatever, music videos, all that kind of stuff, nostalgic songs. So I just did those. And this would probably be also good for my book tracking and movie tracking, perhaps. But I'm also keeping track on my tablet. I have a tablet that I'm writing all the different prompts that I think it stands for. I have the amount of points and then my star rating next to it. So I can have that because I'm also putting it into Letterbox, which I think, I'm pretty sure I put Darkman in there already, but maybe I didn't. And Jenny finished the Prom Queen movie and is now on her way to New Jersey. Safe travels. And Rope said, Kat, per your recommendation, I am revisiting Paddington for the first time in decades. My library even has the 50th anniversary edition with illustrations on every page. That's amazing. I think that's wonderful. And words are not on my side today. I knew what you meant. I'm so glad that you were able to get one like that. That's amazing. I had to hold myself back when I went to Barnes and Nobles because they had a picture book collection for Paddington, and I almost bought it, but I'm like, what are you doing? You do not need to buy that book. But it was very pretty. And ooh, that book looks beautiful. I love fairy art so much. I was talking recently with a friend about how obsessed with them I was as a kid, which is why I now have a fairy tattoo. That's cool. Yeah, I love fairies too. I think it's fun. They're fun. They're fun, and there's so many of them. I love like Spiderwick, the Spiderwick Chronicles. I love all the little creatures that are in there, and I have a book that has fairies in that. But yeah, I think they're very, very sweet. And well, I know some fairies might not be sweet, but anyway, this one looks like a sweet little collection of them. So I'm happy they picked that. Tanya said I might log mine weekly for OSA as it soon builds up, including picture books I've read, 5.5 books, 2 movies, and some activities. Go food court gang! Look at you. I think, isn't it like books? There's like you can submit 5 books at a time or 5 movies at a time. I need to look at the submission form and see. But once a week probably would be a good idea too. I might do once every 2 weeks. I'll see how far I get, maybe like on Friday, and then I'll do it because I have done it to where I've waited towards the end, and that's just too hard. It was too hard for me. I'm hopping off. Thank you for sprints. Thanks, Nikki, for being here. And I ordered the Creeper book too, and also started the Measure audiobook today. Yay! I hope you enjoy it. Jamie said that it is a fast read, so I'm hoping that's the case. It keeps you engrossed. Kaylin says, I have the Pop-Tarts for tonight, and I was also extra naughty and got Frito scoops with that fake cheese jalapeno dip. I haven't had Frito scoops in a long time. That would be yummy. I did get cheese puffs, the Cheetos cheese puffs. I did have those. What day? Whatever day I went to Target. What day was that? I can't remember. Whatever day that was, I got my Cheetos cheese puffs, and I ate some of them, and then I gave the bag to my son. I was like, take them, because I'll eat this whole entire bag, and it wasn't like a small bag. But if you know, Cheetos puffs are not... The bag looks big, but the Cheeto puffs are big. But I could not eat anymore. I was like, no, I cannot have these. And Carissa says, I'm kind of an old lady. I try to go to bed before 9. I would love to. And normally I do go to bed better than I have been, but it's OSA. Between OSA and then me planning for Zombie-thon, April and May, I'm terrible. And then I know I'm going to probably stay up late because my husband's out of town too. So I know it's a detriment. Amber said, thank you to Rope. I think my heart might be leading me to a Goosebumps book. Yay, Goosebumps. I track in a note on my phone and color code for in progress, complete, but needs logged, and completed and logged. Very good. And yes, 5 books and movies at a time. Thank you. That's what I think would be good, is if I have 5 to do at a time, I could log them that way. If I do Empire Records when I do Empire Records tonight, I will have 5 movies. And Linda's confirming that. And I think it's about 5 at a time. I keep a list though. Yep, I do too. I like keeping track of my points. And Kaylin says, I'm getting FOMO hearing about Paddington. I've never read it, and I think I'm going to order it on Pingo. It is so cute. Kaylin, it is so heartfelt. I can't imagine anyone not loving this sweet little bear. Look at him. And you find out how he gets his little coat in this book. It's so cute. I love all these little books. I have every one but the one with the TV. And for some reason, they did not publish it in the US. So I don't know if I'll ever get it. And Travis says, I love fake cheese. I have been doing some budgeting and getting ready to marinate my chicken for mesquite chicken. Yum. Carissa says, I don't think I've ever read Paddington. I may need to check it out from the library. It's very, very sweet. Very sweet, and you will chuckle. And Jenny said, I finished The Measure, and oh my God, it was so good. I'll be so scared if it was a real live action. I know. So you've given it 5 stars. Linda's given it 5 stars. Mindy hasn't given a rating, but she enjoyed it. And she had some like thought-provoking questions in it. And even though she had the spoiler thing on it, I still read it because I was curious what was in it. So yeah, woohoo for Zombie-thon. Yes, Zombie-thon is gonna happen. I will have to put a little announcement. That was part of one of the things that's on my list, is to create my announcement so I could put it on my community post on Discord and in Instagram that it's happening, that it'll be May 1st through the 31st, but I haven't got there because there's my Zombie-thon Discord yesterday. I spent all day, I say all day, but a lot of hours um going through and creating the channels. Everything's locked except for the welcome. And I want to update my rules section. And I found a name generator for us already and already put my name in there. So I am trying to get it ready so that when my announcement video goes live, the Discord will be opened and ready to go. Like I'll unlock everything, at that point. So anyway, I'm really trying, y'all. I have a video I want to film tomorrow if I can get to it, if I can get my book spending calculated. And if all goes well, then I'm hoping perhaps I can film my Zombie-thon announcement video Friday. It's on my calendar that way, but who knows? Life. And Caitlin said, I just ordered Paddington. Yay. And I can't wait for Zombie-thon. I know. I bought some zombie books. I need to read Paddington. I watched the movie, but never read the books. The books are sweet. I never read them as a kid. I read them as an adult. I actually had gotten them for my son Andrew. And I read them along with him. And I just fell in love with them. So I discovered Paddington as an adult for sure. Okie dokie. So we are at 325 and let's see, 325. Do y'all want to try to do a 4:45? I'm trying to make sure I'm finished by 4:30 because Nicole has something happening at 4:30. So I think it's 4:30 Central Time. I hope it is. Otherwise, she's going to be mad at me. So let me get this. Let's see. Maybe we should only do 35. Jasmine said, let's do it. Yeah, I mean, even if we do 45 and we're a little bit over 4 o'clock, we'll be finished by 4:30. So let's do that. Let's try. Because I could use the time. Okay, that's cool. Maybe do a 30, 35 so you can chat at the end. We'll have time, even if I do 45. I think it'll be good. I'm probably out for the day. Thanks, Kat. Bye, Travis. That's correct. And I would never be mad at you. Well, thank you, Nicole. So we'll be out of here in time for you to do your thing at 4:30. Happy sprinting. Hello and welcome back. How did everybody do that sprint? I just worked on my book spending. That's what I'm working on right now. I was doing very, very well keeping up with it for January and part of February, and then I kind of got busy and lost track. But I mean, I know what I have, where I can find everything, and so that's what I'm trying to do. And I also have to keep, because I'm also keeping track of what I'm buying for gifts, how much Andrew is spending. That I mean, because I allow Andrew to get books, and so I got to see how much he's spending on them just to see where all of that money is going. And then also I have to keep track of the books that I purchased for myself that I use for BookTube because for tax purposes. So I have to make sure that I keep track of all of that. So anyway, that's what I got up to. And then I did have to answer a couple of texts, but I had to get the Amazon delivered, so I had to make sure I do that and pick that up. I think my husband ordered something for work. Okay, so just to let everyone know, I think this is amazing. Nicole will be showing Jazzercise and Richard Simmons retro workouts if anyone feels like they need to move around. I think this is amazing that Nicole's doing this. I used to go to a park. My friend Shelly and I went to a park a couple of times in their gym and we did Jazzercise. And then I used to watch Richard Simmons all the time on television when he would come on. I think it was like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. He had a show and I would work out with Richard Simmons. He's a lot of fun. He was a lot of fun. He's, no longer alive, but he is from New Orleans, I'm pretty sure. I know he's from Louisiana, but I think he was from New Orleans. But yeah, I have a soft spot for Richard Simmons, who is always so much fun to work out with. So here is the OSA Discord. If you want to go check it out for the retro workout watch party, it's going to be from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. Central Time. So you'll have enough time to go run over there and do that. I appreciate the fact that Nicole is helping with watch parties this year. It's amazing. And then I just saw too that Amy at Amy Noel reads, but she's also Amy Loves Lit on Instagram. She's doing MTV watch party tomorrow morning or early afternoon, depending on what your time zone is. So y'all might want to make sure y'all go for that. It's an MTV, I think, videos from like 30 years ago. So Allie says, hi, just got home from work. Hello, Allie. And Emily said, just got home from my annual mammogram. Good job for getting that done. I had mine done this year too. Ice in my ankle because it hurts. We'll eat dinner during the chatty bits and then do my PT exercises. Sounds good. I hope that your ankle is like healing. I feel bad that you are dealing with that. And Eleanor said, my daughter's visiting, so we're heading out for a walk. Thanks for sprints. Bye, Eleanor. Have fun with your daughter. And then Jasmine said, heading out to dinner. Hope everyone has a good night. Same to you, Jasmine. See you soon. And Linda said, libraries near me had a $5 bag sale last weekend. That's fun. I hope you got some good books. I hope you went and got some good books. Jamie said, my mom called, so I didn't quite finish my movie, but almost. Cutting Class is definitely not the best writing, but for a slasher horror from the early 80s, it is kind of funny. Good to know. And Amber said, started the audiobook for The Blob Who Ate Everyone. That's a Goosebumps. I hope you enjoyed it. I haven't read that one. And Jen said, well, wound up doing way more errands than expected, so I missed sprints. That's okay, Jen. I'll be back on Wednesday. And the reading stream said I started Vagabond by Tim Curry. Very excited to learn about his life. He's in one of my favorite movies, Rocky Horror Picture Show. And Carissa said I wrote a review for Needful Things and started reading A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. Wonderful. I am extremely behind on my book reviews. If anybody looks at my Goodreads, it looks like I'm currently reading like 30 books. I'm not reading 30 books at one time. It's just that I like to do book reviews, but I think I'm just going to go in and star rate them all and just try to get caught up. Rope said, I finished lunch, graded another test, read a chapter of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and got in 2,000 steps. Excellent. Gold star. Amber said, I can't wait to check out these workouts. I remember constantly seeing them, but never tried them. I loved Richard Simmons. I'm telling you, his workouts were a lot of fun. And Alicia said, I got my chicken marinated, about to put it in the oven and write my to-do list for tomorrow. Sounds like a good plan. Linda said, yes, got some awesome finds, and a movie novelization of Lady and the Tramp was in a box. That's so great. Very great. I love that. I didn't even know they had a Lady and the Tramp novelization. Kaylin said, I got the Tim Curry memoir for my brother, and he enjoyed it. I also watched Clue last night. So fun. Clue is a fun movie. If it wasn't for Cactus Flower, Clue would have been one I wouldn't have minded putting for my letter C. But Cactus Flower was from 1969. There were not really a lot of great choices for 1969 for me to watch. So I wanted something fun and lighthearted, and Cactus Flower was that. It really was a cute romantic comedy. I will say the writing, the dialogue that was written was really funny too. Just loved it. To Kaylin, Clue is one of my all-time favorites. It is a good one for sure. Linda said, Clue movie novelization is on my TBR this year. I saw that. You have some wonderful choices on your TBR this year. I saw quite a few of them that I have read. I think you're going to be doing wonderful with that. Okay, my friends. Well, I'm going to be heading out so that Nicole can take over with her watch party. Make sure y'all go over to Discord if you have the time and check out the watch party. I think I'm going to put it on while I'm sitting here doing this book spending. I already did my workout this morning, but I would like to try to get a walk in later today. If not, I've been doing pretty good with my steps because I did a lot of chores. So I vacuumed and all that. So I've been moving. I got my move 26 and 26 done today, but we shall see. It's very windy here and it's cooler. I don't know if y'all are experiencing like a little cold snap, but it was like in the low 50s this morning and just really windy. So it is chilly outside. I mean, it's warmed up a little bit since this morning, and I think the sun finally is trying to peek through. But anyway, I appreciate everybody being here. I am hosting What's Up Wednesday sprints. If you attend them, you get credit for OSA because I'm pairing them with OSA. So if anybody attends them on Wednesday, they count for OSA for points for attending a OSA sprints. So I'll be back at 3:30 p.m. Central Time, back to our regular schedule. And so, yeah, come hang out with me on Wednesday. I'd love to see y'all. And until then, stay amazing and be adventurous, but please be safe in your adventures. And I want to thank y'all again for being here. Y'all are terrific, amazing. Bye, y'all.